press the like button, subscribe, and share, comment. I appreciate all the dialogue and I appreciate all the comments. In today's video, this one's going to be, I want to talk about how to get rid of the homeless population on private property, usually like open space areas like parking lots. Make sure that you consult with a licensed attorney before implementing these techniques. I'm going to already say on camera that these are ugly techniques. They don't sound right. I don't know at this point in time what else works. Um, so let's just jump into this. So, guys, being a private property owner, you have no obligation to house the homeless. It's an eyesore to have tents, cardboard boxes, have paraphernalia, syringes, sharp objects lying on private property in these parking lots. It's an eyesore. What are some measures that you can take to get rid of this problem? Whatever your plan of action, make sure that you clear it up with the client. Make sure that you clarify with them or you communicate with the client in writing. But this is just my technique. This is Sean's technique. As somebody that has worked private security before, this is my private security hat that I'm going to use today. The first thing I'm going to do is approach this individual and say, look, I understand you might be going through some hard times right now, but this is private property, and I'm asking you to leave, and I'm asking you to gather all of your belongings, and please move off the property. I usually like to ask. If that is not being honored, then I will tell. So the next time, which can be an hour from now, I'm going to say, it looks like you haven't moved much, or you're not willing to move. So I am telling you that you have to leave the property now. I'm going to give you a reasonable amount of time to gather all your belongings. Let me ask you this. How much time do you need to gather all your belongings and leave? When you do that, you're showing respect and you're showing courtesy. And you're kind of asking them to develop a solution. So you're not telling them you need to leave now, but you're asking them, how long will it take? If they say 4 hours, quite honestly, I would honor that. If they say it's going to take 5 hours, I'm going to honor that. Now, I know the client's going to be pissed off, right? But this might actually work. Being in law enforcement, I have asked people, how long will it take? There's this property that, the owners were not going to be back for a long time, and they told me, can you just give me until tomorrow? It's kind of cold outside. And this is the only place I've been staying. Could you please give me until tomorrow? And I said, tomorrow you promise to leave if I give you until that day? And they would answer with yes. And so far it's worked with me 100% of the time. We made a commitment. We bargained and we made an agreement. And, those parties have never returned since. So that's what you have to do. Now, if you get somebody that after multiple times does not want to leave, guys, me personally, and that's just me, I'm not giving you advice. Okay, I'm gonna gather all their crap, their tent, their cardboard box, whatever it is, I'm going to physically grab that stuff and relocate it, okay, across the street. That's it. Like, not on my property, across the street. Now, if there's something that's valuable, right, and they're not there, we're assuming that this person isn't there. If this person is still there, then I'm going to call law enforcement. And hopefully they'll do something about it. But if they are not there, I'm going to gather all their belongings, their valuables, shopping cart, whatever it is, and relocate it across the street. That's what I'm going to do. Okay. Now, if there's something valuable like a bike to the homeless, bicycles are very valuable. Um, I'm I'll put that in safekeeping somewhere. Maybe we have a security office. I'll put that there. You also might want to maybe videotape or I wouldn't videotape it. Just maybe take photographs, maybe to document what you're moving around. Now, on the flip side of things, if you start relocating the property, they're gonna say like once that stuff is stolen or believe it or not, guys, homeless people steal things that you think aren't even valuable, but it is to them, like a can opener or something like that. I cannot think of it. Look, I can't think of any crime in the United States of America where it is a crime to relocate property, right? To move property. Now, if you take that property without permission and you appropriate it as your property, okay, that is a crime, guys. It's called misappropriation of lost property. You have a duty to locate the owner, make reasonable attempts to locate the owner. Not, you can call the police. Okay, but this is something different. There is no negligence for relocating property. If it gets taken, then it gets taken. Now, the reason why I'm moving it is because it's going to encourage that person to relocate wherever this property's at. If it's still on your property, they're going to keep coming back and forth. Okay, if half of their belongings are gone, they're going to keep trespassing, and they're going to argue, well, my property is still there with you guys. Well, now, no, it's not. All your stuff is across. Guys, you don't have to accommodate transients, the homeless population. I know it sounds cruel, it sounds bad, but as a private person, you don't. Now, my law enforcement hat tells me something different, but my security hat says this is private property and you need to get out. Okay, we are not a social welfare agency where we have to have people overnight camping over the night. That is not your job as a private citizen. Okay, there's other resources for that. So that's just one of the strategies that I would consider. I'm not saying that you should consider that because you do you, right? There's a security company. I think they're based out of Portland. They're called, oh my goodness, I'm gonna butcher their name. Echelon Security Company or something like that. I was watching one of their podcasts or videos, and then I saw a guy that I knew on there. His name was Charles, aka the Korean Cowboy, former full-time SWAT LAPD operator, and he was showing that security company how to do building clearances. And I was thinking, why isn't everyone else watching this video? Like, there's not a lot of views, and I was intrigued because I personally know Charles. We've communicated in the past before regarding training. I took his 3-day chemical agent instructor course. I know the guy. I have his phone number. And I was really, really impressed by this company to have Charles on the show. But I also saw that this company offers like vouchers to reconnect the homeless with, with their family members in other states or other communities. And I thought that's pretty neat. That's pretty noble. Does every private security have the funds to do that? Probably not. Do they have the patience, professionalism, the skills to be able to do something like that? I don't know if it's a professionalism issue, but I don't think a lot of other security companies are willing to go that route. Okay, but I really like what they're doing. It's one strategy of many. Now, it can go two ways. I mean, people can overdo it. They can use too much of those vouchers, and it might cost the security company too much. Okay, but quite frankly, I think it's an excellent idea. Doug is here. No, I'm not streaming while I'm driving. No, actually, I was streaming while I'm driving. Yeah, I don't read the comments. Mr. Fusion's here. Mr. Fusion connected with me on LinkedIn. I will reply to your comment. I know he sent me an intelligent question not too long ago, so I'll comment to him. Guys, I'm on LinkedIn, by the way, under Sean Sundahl. You want to see all my qualifications? Go ahead, check it out. You want to see what I'm not? Check it out. You want to connect with me on Instagram? I'm under the Firearms Trainer on Instagram. He says, Mr. Future says, when you talk about these strategies in the stream, does the process of removing a homeless person any different if it's in a bad area? I don't think so. I don't think so. Good area, bad area. My strategy as a private security guard is to grab all their stuff when they're not there. Okay, after multiple attempts of tell them to leave the property, after multiple attempts, if the stuff is still there, I'm gonna move it. I'm going to move it. Okay, I'm gonna move it across the street in a dirt lot. If there's something that I think that looks valuable, I'll take it, put in the security office. If this guy complains, here you go. Now, again, that can work a bunch of ways. You're going to get somebody that's going to accuse you of theft, all kinds of things. Again, they're just accusations. It's up to you. If you want to have your property look like trash, there you go. Just keep them on the property, keep the stuff there. I also encourage you guys to work with the clients. Again, maybe they have some type of landscaping service that will gather all these belongings and relocate them. Security guard channel, welcome, Damien. Echelon Security, yeah, Echelon Security. I follow their channel, and they're one of the most underrated channels that are out there on YouTube. Again, I love watching Charles teach CQB to security. He offers these courses like hostage rescue CQB courses at a high cost. For my chemical agent class that I took with him, I paid $500 for 3 days. That's kind of pricey, but they were off. They showed that CQB course for free. So he says that they changed the game in Portland, and quite honestly, I think that their technique is a game changer, and I think it's a good case study. See this works. Now, I like to see what the stats are on this. Are there more homeless people leaving those private properties that they contract with as compared to if they just gave trespass warnings or called the police to have them arrested? I like to know what the stats are on those, but that's definitely a game changer, right? Mr. Fusion says, I am honestly shocked with what I saw on your profile. You have a lot more experience than I realized. I get called out all the time. Somebody says that I'm fake, wannabe SWAT. I'm done. The polar bear, and the thing is, I can't talk about like real things that happen, or give real examples because, again, I can get in trouble for that with my employer. The polar bear says, new to this channel, looks pretty cool. Did security a little bit. That's awesome. Security guard channel it says their model is extremely successful. I wouldn't doubt it. Something different. All right, guys, I'm out. Looking forward to the comments. Take care.